Welcome back to Pulse with Robin. Today I have a Pilates arm and back workout for you. If you have a light set of weights, you can use them, but they are completely optional. Let's get into it. Starting our warm-up in a 4-point kneel, hands under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Inhale, round your back and look under. Exhale, arch your back and look up. Again, round your spine, look towards your thighs. Arch your spine and look up toward the ceiling. One more time, round and look under. Arch and look up. Return to a neutral spine, look over your left shoulder back towards your toes. Come back through center, look around your right shoulder, back towards your toes. Let your hips sway to the right as you look around your left shoulder. Let your hips sway to the left as you look around your right shoulder. One more time to the left. Last one to the right. And come back to center. Reach your left arm up toward the ceiling. Twist your left arm under your body. Again, reach your left arm up toward the ceiling. Twist your arm under your body. Head comes down towards your mat. Last one, reach your arm up, look up. Twist your arm under. Reach your left arm up toward the ceiling one more time and return your hand down to your mat. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. Twist your right arm under your body. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling, look up. Reach your right arm under your body, head comes down to your mat. Last one, reaching up, looking up. Twisting under your body, reaching that right arm up toward the ceiling one more time, and return your hand to the mat. Come down onto your stomach, hands behind your head, elbows wide, legs resting on the mat, hip distance apart. Lift your head and chest off your mat, slowly lower down. Again, lifting your head and chest, slowly lowering down. Elbows are staying wide. Your gaze is staying to your mat. Keep your neck long. Just lifting your head and chest and lowering with lots of control. Trying to pause at the top, really squeeze your back muscles. Slowly lower down. Let's add on, lift and hold. Extend your arms out to a T, bend your arms back in, lower your head and chest. Lift your head and chest, extend your arms out wide, bend your elbows, and lower with lots of control. Keeping your chest lifted as you extend and bend your arms. Legs and feet are staying heavy on the mat. Resist that urge to let them lift. All of the work is coming from your upper body. Keeping these movements as slow as you can. Keep that gaze down towards your mat. Hold your head and chest lifted, just extend and bend those arms. Chest is staying up off your mat. Your gaze is down. Extend your arms wide, bend them back in. Last one, keep your arms wide. Reach your straight arms back towards your glutes, bring them back out to a T. Reaching your straight arms back and then back out to a T. Chest is still lifted off your mat. Keep breathing. Think of squeezing your shoulder blades together as you reach those arms toward the wall behind you. Last one, bring your arms out to a T, pulse those straight arms up and up. Reach your straight arms back towards your glutes, keep pulsing them up. Arms are straight. Tiny pulses for 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Press yourself up into a nice cobra pose. Arms are straight. Back is arched. And slowly lower back down. You absolutely crushed that first series of this workout. Let's come into a 4-point kneel. If you're using a weight, grab a hold of it into your left hand. Knees are right under your hip joints, back is flat. Reach your left hand out in front of you, palm is down, and return. Reaching that left arm straight out in front of you, and then slowly lowering back down. Left arm is staying tucked in close by your side. So as you reach that arm out in front, your arm is close to your left ear. That left arm is grazing the side of your body. Next time you lift, hold. Bend your left elbow back towards your left ribs. Extend your arm long and lower. Lift. Bend your elbow. Extend, reaching that arm forward, and then slowly lower down. Core is engaged. Everything is staying stable. You are just moving that left arm. Lift, bend, extend, and lower. Next time your left arm is lifted, hold. Just bend and extend. Squeeze that left elbow back. Extend that left arm long. Bend, extend. You're almost there. Last one, hold your arm extended, tiny pulses up and up. Reaching to that wall in front of you for 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Set that weight off to the side. Reach your left arm up toward the ceiling. Twist your left arm under your body. Head comes down to the mat. Let's just pause here. Getting in a nice stretch of that left arm. That was spicy. Take a couple deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. When you're ready, come up to your 4-point kneel. We get to do it all again on the other arm. I am really regretting using a weight now. Weight is in the right hand. Reach your right arm out in front of you. Slowly lower down. Exact same thing on the other side. Arm is straight, palm is facing down. Reaching that right hand to that wall in front of you. And slowly lowering. Keeping that right arm tucked close into the side of your body. Next time you lift, hold. Bend your right elbow back towards your right ribs. Extend and lower. Lift. Bend that elbow back. Extend, reaching to the wall in front of you. And then slowly lowering down. Really squeeze that elbow back and then really extend that arm forward. Again, core is engaged, hips are square to your mat. The only thing that should be moving is that right arm. Next time you lift, hold. Just bend and extend. Bend and squeeze your elbow back, extend and reach to the wall in front of you. Last 3, 2, last 1, extend, let's pulse. Right arm is nice and straight, tiny pulses for 3, 2, and 1, relax. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. Twist your right arm under your body, head comes down to your mat. Pausing here. Nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. When you're ready, come on up. Knees are bent on your mat behind your hips. Hands are on your mat under your shoulders. Bend your elbows, lower your chest down towards your mat. Extend your arms and press up. Bending your elbows, get your chest low to that mat. Extend your arms, pressing up. I have the biggest love-hate relationship with push-ups. I promise we're not here forever. Last 3, 2, last 1, stay low, tiny pulses. Chest is low to your mat, elbows are bent. Keep pulsing for 3, 2, and 1. Press yourself back into a child's pose, reaching your arms forward. Hips are heavy on your heels. Just relax. When you're ready, come onto your back, knees are bent. You can have your feet flat on your mat, or if you want a little core work, you can bring your legs up to a tabletop. Grab a hold of your weights. Reach your weights up toward the ceiling or make fists with your hands. Palms are facing in. Lower your right arm out to the right side. Return through center. Lower your left arm down to the left side and return. Arms are straight, but with a slight bend at the elbow. Don't lock your elbows out. Really reaching those weights out to the side and then return. One more on each arm. Let's take this to double arms. Lower both arms out to the side. Squeeze your chest, return through center. Nice and controlled. Lower out to the side and lift. Spine is neutral. Hips are heavy on your mat. If your legs are in a tabletop, your knees are stacked right over your hips. Let's add on. Lower your arms out to the side, come back through center. Bend and lower your elbows. Extend, lower your arms out to the side. So a combo exercise, we have 1 fly and 1 press. As you lower your elbows, they are tucked right in by your sides. Keep these movements slow. For small shapes, it's easy to find ourselves going at a faster pace, but I really want you to focus on engaging those pectoral muscles, moving with lots of control. Last fly, come back through center, bend and lower your right elbow, extend, bend and lower your left, extend. Single arm chest press. Lowering one elbow down beside your ribs, extending it up toward the ceiling, and then switching sides. Keep your shoulder blades glued down on your mat. Don't let your shoulders round forward. One more on each side. Let's take this to double arms. Bending and lowering both elbows down to your side. Extending back up. Bend and extend. Keeping your arms close to the side of your body is going to activate those triceps. See if you can squeeze those triceps at the top. Another reminder that your spine is neutral. Make sure that spine is not arching. Last one, extend and hold. Bend your right elbow, extend. Bend your left elbow, extend. Bend and lower both elbows, extend. So we are adding in some single arm tricep work. Bending your elbow, bringing your hand in towards your face, and extend. Keeping your arms narrow for both movements. So for that tricep work, as you bend, your hand is coming right beside your ear. For that chest press, as you lower your elbows, they are tucked in close to your ribs. Again, I want you to keep these movements slow. Last chest press. Let's continue with those triceps, bending one elbow and then the other. Bend your right and extend. Bend your left and extend. Arms are narrow. Squeeze your triceps as you extend. Let's take this to double arms, bending both elbows and extend. This movement is coming from your elbows. Your upper arm is staying still. As you extend, try not to lock out your elbows. Last 3, 2, and 1. Drop your weights, lower your arms, lower your legs. Take a deep breath in and out. We have made it to the finale of this class. We are almost there. We have one final burn for those arms. Coming up into a high kneel when you're ready. Grab your weights if you're using them. Let's just get this over with. You can do it. Arms are long, palms facing in. Bend your right elbow to a 90, extend. Bend your left to a 90 and extend. So we are just bending those elbows to a 90 degree and stopping, then extend. Pause for a second at that 90 degree. Really squeeze your biceps. One more on each arm. Let's take this to double arms, bending both arms to a 90 degree angle and then extending. So just a small range of movement, bending a little bit and extending all the way. Keep your spine and pelvis neutral. Your body is in one straight line from your head down to your knees. Next time your arms are at a 90 degree bend, hold. Bend your right elbow, bringing your hand towards your shoulder. Extend to a 90. Bend your left elbow, bringing your left hand towards your left shoulder. Extend to a 90. Working the top half of that bicep curl now. Squeezing your biceps to bring your hands in towards your shoulder. Let's take this to double arms, bending both hands in towards your shoulders, extending just to a 90. Bend and extend halfway. Squeeze those biceps. Spine is long. Make sure you're not rounding or arching. Last 3, 2, last 1. Hold your arms at that 90. Lift your right elbow out to the right and lower. Lift your left elbow out to the left and lower. Elbows are staying bent, lifting out to the side up to shoulder height, and slowly lowering down. Squeeze your shoulder at the top. One more on each side. Let's take it to double arms, lifting both arms out to the side and lower. Keeping them bent. Squeeze your shoulders at the top. Keep these movements slow, especially controlling on the way down. Pause at the top, slowly lower down. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, hold at the top. Extend your right arm forward, bend it back. Extend your left arm forward, bend it back. Alternating sides, elbows are staying lifted at shoulder height. Really reach that arm forward and squeeze as you bend it back. Last one on each arm. You know the drill, double arms. Press both arms forward, bend them back. Core is engaged and so strong to keep everything else super stable. You're just extending and bending those arms. Avoid your hips pressing forward. Last 3, 2, bend and hold. Rotate your palms up, rotate them back down. Super small range of movement here. Just rotating your palms to face forward and then rotating them back down. Elbows are lifted at shoulder height. Don't let them drop. Last one, rotate up and hold. Extend your arms out to a T, bend your elbows, squeeze your biceps. Back to some bicep work, keeping those arms lifted at shoulder height. Extend out wide to a T, bend them back in. Avoid arching your back and pressing your hips forward. That core is super strong. Last one, bend and hold. Extend your right arm up and lower. Extend your left up and lower. Reaching those arms up and overhead, bending back down, keeping those elbows at shoulder height. Keep your shoulders relaxed down away from your ears. One more on each arm. Double arms. Extend both arms up and overhead. Slowly bend and lower. Keep this so controlled. You are super close to being done. We're almost there. Last 3, 2, last one. Hold your arms bent. Let's pulse. Tiny little pulses, goalpost arms. Keep going. Last 3, 2, and 1. Relax. You made it. You survived that Pilates arm burner. Let's stretch. Come sit down on your heels. Roll out your shoulders. Grab your left arm, pull it across your body. Reach that left arm up and overhead, bending it behind your head. Slowly lower those arms down, roll out those shoulders again. Grab your right arm, reach it across your body. Reach your right arm up and overhead, bending it behind your head. Slowly lower those arms, roll out those shoulders again. Interlace your hands, flip your palms, reach them up and overhead toward the ceiling. Side bend to the right. Return through center, side bend to the left. Back through center, over to the right. And side bend to the left. Come back through center, relax your arms down, sit your hips back towards your heels, reach your arms forward in a nice child's pose. Shift yourself forward, hips come down to the mat, arms are straight, looking up toward the ceiling. Send your hips back to a child's pose. Shift yourself forward to a cobra. One more time, sit your hips back to your heels in a nice child's pose. And flowing forward, hips come down to the mat, looking up to the ceiling. Come back into a low kneel. Reach your right arm up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Slowly come back to center. Reach your left arm up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Coming back through center, let's roll out those shoulders one more time. That's our Pilates sculpt for today. My arms are literally shaking. Thank you so much for moving with me. I'll see you next time.